Hello?
Hello, everybody. This is Natalie Knows. This is our third episode. And today, we're going to talk about, what were we going to talk about, Natalie?
Light and heavy. No, I mean mud and light.
Mud and light.
Oh, and more.
And more. And more. Surprises. So, in the past, we've talked about caterpillars, bacteria, giraffes, and watermelon trees. So
I wasn't going to talk about watermelon trees.
We're not.
I was going to talk about fruit.
Okay.
And grew on trees.
Okay, but that's what we talked about in the past, and now we're going to talk about mud and light. Mm-hmm. So, which one do you talk about first?
We'll see.
Make sure to stay in the picture.
Light.
Light. You want to talk about light first?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us what you, Natalie, know about light.
Light floats up in the air.
Light floats in the air. So tell me, what is light?
Paper and tissues.
Paper and what?
Paper and tissues.
Tissues are light?
Mm-hmm.
So just so we know what is the opposite of light?
Heavy.
Heavy. Okay. So we're talking about that kind of light. Not I thought you were going to talk about lights. Like bright lights. Like sunshine light. Because those are the same word. Why is it so funny? So you want to talk about light?
Not light, like the sun.
I know.
So silly.
I know. So tell me, what makes things light?
Light? It's paper.
Light. Okay, but yes, paper is light. But why is paper lighter than a rock? How come paper isn't heavier than rocks?
Because rock is very heavy.
But why?
Some rocks or like boulders.
Mm-hmm. Okay, those are big rocks.
Like,
but if I have a little rock, how come a little rock is not as light as a piece of paper?
Because paper is flat and rock is heavy.
So what if I crumpled the paper up into a little ball?
It's still gonna be light.
Yes. So but what if I crumpled the rock into a little ball?
It's still gonna be heavy.
Yeah, how come? What if the two little balls are the same size? How come one is bigger or heavier than the other?
You mean the paper?
How come the paper is lighter than the rock?
It cuts the made up the stuff. Rock and the made up.
What are rocks made out of?
Rocks made up paper. Rocks made of trees.
Rocks are not made out of trees.
I mean, what's a rock made of?
Rocks are made out of rocks.
Rocks made of rocks. Like tiny rocks, and you roll them into a ball.
And what are paper made out of?
Paper made out of trees.
You're right. Do you know what density is?
What is it?
Have you ever heard of the word density?
No.
Why are you whispering?
Because I don't want to know about it.
Okay. You don't want what?
I don't want to know about it.
You don't want them to know about that? Okay. So density...
Be quiet.
No, don't whisper. No, we're talking to people. Okay, so density...
Okay.
Density means that something is heavier than something else.
Yeah.
So if, for example, a piece of paper is about the size of my hand, right? And a rock is about the size of my hand. Which one has a bigger density? The rock.
Yeah,
Because it weighs more. Because if you take a rock and you hold it up and a paper and hold it up, which one feels heavier?
The rock.
The rock, because they feel the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, density.
Density.
What is it again?
Density.
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 Okay. So, why do you think that's important to know?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you think?
Because it's very important.
Because you have to... Do you think something that is light, like paper...
And leaves and grass.
Leaves and grass, yep. Those are not very dense. But why is that good to know? Can what do you think?
Because light things are important than all heavy things.
They're more important,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm heavier than paper, so that means paper's more important than me.
Yeah.
I did not know that. What about you? Paper's more important than you?
I'm light.
You're light.
I'm lighter.
You're lighter than me.
Because
But did you know me and you have the same density?
actually,
Kind of.
because paper and heavy is like the same density, but I'm lighter than Daddy.
Yeah. So density is when you take something's heaviness divided by the amount of space it takes up. Called volume.
Yeah, but little kids are light, and Daddy is not a kid right now.
But you have less of you.
Yeah, but so I'm.
This is when it gets difficult to understand.
I'm light, and Daddy's heavy. But people, but sisters, but girls or kids are lighter and a little bit heavy.
Yeah, a little bit. So, do you think it would be good to know the density of something if you were going to make a boat?
Both are light. Them are heavy.
They are heavy, but how come they can float in the water?
Because the water. Because the water is light and picks up the water and picks up.
Kinda. So
And
if
floats.
you have something that's heavier than water, then it sinks, right?
Like a strawberry's light.
But
So
it's more
floats
dense
on
than
water.
water. More dense than water. But if you have something that's less dense than water, then it kind of floats. And people use that idea kind of to make boats and airplanes.
Yep.
Because guess what? Did you ever see a boat made out of? I guess you have seen boats made out of rocks. That's what metal is. But they use special skills to make sure they keep it up. Have you ever seen planes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they use those stuff to figure out and different forces to make it go up. But that's a lot more complicated than just density.
It sure is.
Don't do that.
I just want to do it.
So tell me, and
It sure is.
so what else did you want to talk about light?
That's all I know.
That's all you know? Okay. So tell me, what do you want to talk about mud? You said you want to talk about mud? Okay, what about mud?
Mud is mud. Some animals live under mud,
Like what kinds?
like ants.
Ants live under mud?
Mhm.
Well, what if they don't have air?
Ants don't have holes.
They don't have holes? How do they breathe?
Them breathe. Them do breathe. From their nose.
Okay.
They have tiny nose.
But what if they get mud in their noses?
Ants do the tannas are here. From tannas.
And that's how they breathe?
Mhm.
I don't think so.
Yes, I know everything about ants. I did.
Okay.
I've seen ants. Ants have tannas on them.
Okay, but we're talking about mud.
Yeah, but
So tell me everything about mud. So what other animals live in mud? Squirrels? I have never seen a squirrel live under the mud. A mud squirrel. That's a little silly.
I wasn't going to say that.
Okay, what else lives in the mud?
What about it?
Anyways. Okay, so what is mud made out of?
I don't know what it means.
You don't know how to make mud? What's your best guess? It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, there we go.
So what's mud made out of?
Rubber.
Rubber? Okay. So have you ever seen mud before?
Yeah.
Okay, is it mud wet or not wet?
When water flowers, mud is kind of wet.
So mud is wet. So do you think what do you think one ingredient in mud is?
What?
If it's wet, what else is wet?
Water.
Water. You're right. Water is an ingredient in mud. So what do you think? There's only one more ingredient.
What's it?
What do you think water, if you mix water with something, you get?
Dirt.
Dirt. Good job. Dirt and water makes mud. So water, or mud, is just wet dirt. Did you know that?
Dirt.
So is mud messy?
Yes.
That's why we should not walk in the house with muddy shoes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things that you like to do with mud?
Water plants.
You water plants with mud?
Yeah. I have a garden and it's have mud. So I gotta water it. Mud.
So you have a mud garden?
And I go, uh-oh.
What?
I did find some food. I did find some food seeds. I just found tree seeds. With no food on them.
Oh no.
Oh, I have an idea now.
Okay.
We can cut off the trees.
Okay, and then what?
And then
This is in your mud garden?
and then we can put watermelons there, and then now fruits grow like strawberries,
Mm-hmm.
and you can put them on my garden, and then we can make 10 them grow,
Okay.
and then when I share them with my neighbor. I saw it when I was making my garden.
Your neighbor?
Yeah,
Okay. That's very nice of you.
with a big Tommy
Yeah.
and cut off his beard.
He did cut off his beard, huh?
And I asked him when the food grows, he can come and eat some.
And what did he say?
He said, okay.
Okay. Does he bring you some presents?
He sure did when I get him that.
Okay. So tell me more about mud. So what can you use mud for?
Can
Can you use it for anything?
caterpillars eat mud?
No, they don't. They eat leaves, right?
Caterpillars eat watermelons.
Only really hungry ones. So let's think. Mud. Can you use it to make mud pies? Have you ever heard of a mud pie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You made mud pies before?
No.
What do you think mud pie is made out of?
Mud.
You're right. And maybe some grass and sticks.
Yuck!
You don't want to eat one?
No.
Why not? But it's a mud pie.
Mud pie is delicious.
I don't know. I've never had one.
Oh.
I just know you make them. I don't think you eat them.
Me?
People.
Oh.
Kids.
Maybe we can try one. Uh-oh.
But I wouldn't eat it. Definitely don't eat them. They're not for eating. They're just for fun. They're just for making. You make a mud pie.
And then
you
throw them at people.
you can do that, but that's kind of mean.
But that's fun.
Mm.
Throw mud right on you. Throw.
But then somebody might throw it at your face.
That's gonna be fun.
It might be, depending on the day and the person.
Really?
Keep your hands down. So what else would you like to talk about today?
Today we're going to talk about more trees.
Okay.
We're going to talk
Tell me about flowers.
I don't know about flowers.
How do flowers grow?
Flowers grow from seeds, like watermelons. Watermelon.
You're big on this watermelon thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite kind of flower?
Watermelon flowers. I know you got
Watermelon flowers? Watermelons do have flowers because that's how they grow. They use flowers. Did you know flowers are how watermelons or different animals? That's how they start growing. They use their flowers to make watermelon seeds. Stand up. People can't see you.
Let's do that.
Don't stand up on your knees.
Oh, okay. You want to do that someday, Dad?
Well, that's not something we do. That's something that bees do, or butterflies or bugs. They go to one flower and they get some stuff, some pollen, and they take it to another flower, and the pollen is like a seed. It's a seed for a seed.
And it falls.
It falls on the flower, and then the flower kind of gulps it up and makes a seed with it.
And it grows to a flower.
Yes, eventually, yes.
I never seen a flower. I never seen a bee before.
You never seen a bee before?
Mm-mm.
What do bees do?
I didn't collect honey.
They do collect honey.
Honey.
Why do you think they collect honey? Do they think they just liked it how it tastes?
Oh. And bees eat honey.
They do?
Yeah.
Where do they get it from?
Flowers.
Have you ever seen a flower with honey in it? I've never seen a honey flower.
That's because flowers have nectar, and then the honeybees bring back to the hive, and then they make some honey.
You're right. So they take the nectar, or they take the pollen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pollen comes from flowers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that makes seeds, right?
Actually, nectar.
So they take the pollen.
Actually, nectar.
They take the pollen, and they take it.
The nectar.
Would you let me finish?
It's the nectar.
They take the pollen and make it into nectar.
Oh. And it wasn't new.
So then they take the nectar, and then they take the nectar, and they make it into honey.
That's all.
And then what happens with the honey?
You can eat it. Yum, yum, yum,
Then
yum,
we
yum.
put it in bear bottles and eat it.
But beekeepers give us honey.
They do. They go and collect all the honey. Do you know that's why bees are so important? Because bees help collect pollen, and in that process, they make more flowers.
But what about the bees who ran out all the flowers and didn't find any?
Then there's new flowers. They grow back.
And then what about the beekeepers get all the flowers away?
Beekeepers, I don't know. I think they're trying to make sure that doesn't happen, so they can keep their bees.
Okay.
So tell me, have you ever got stung by a bee?
A bee! Oh no, that's not your face!
So can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
One time I got stung by a bumblebee. Did you know that?
No.
Yep, I was I was jumping on a tramp at my grandma's house. I was jumping with a friend, and I looked down. I can't remember where, if it was my arm or my leg. But I looked down, and I saw there was a bee stuck on my arm.
And then
I thought, ouch, that hurts. And then I started crying because it was ouchy.
Then what happened to the bee?
It probably flew off and died. Did you know when bees sting you, then they die?
No.
They sting you, and sometimes they'll leave their stinger in your arm.
Oh.
And then they pull off, and they can't get their stinger out, and then they die because they lost their stinger.
And then what do you do? Then what about somebody? What about somebody want to take it out?
Then you use a little scraper and you just scrape out, and then you put a Band-Aid on it.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. Then don't get stung by a bee.
I don't know how to make a bee not on me.
Then you just leave them alone, because they're little tiny bees, and they fly around and they think you're a big giant monster.
We eat them.
And so they don't want to play with you unless you bother them. And then if you bother them, then they get scared, and then they poke you.
Owie!
Yep. So don't scare them. So bees are actually more scared of you than you are scared of bees. Did you know that? Isn't that great? It's okay. Don't touch. Don't touch. So, in conclusion, light makes things is related to density, and paper is lighter than rocks. Why?
Because I'm heavy.
Because rocks are heavy, or they have more density, right? Mud. Some things grow in mud. I guess ants. And what else?
Bees?
Nope, not bees. So nothing else lives in mud.
Oh, I know.
Because what are the ingredients for mud?
Watermelon.
Water? No. Water and dirt.
Watermelon.
And flowers are important, and bees are important for helping to grow flowers and flower seeds. And they make honey. Right? Anything else?
My legs are red.
Yep, they are. What a great random fact. Okay. If that's everything, then tell everybody goodbye.
Oh, I need to take a picture from this.
You will take a picture in a little bit, yes. So what are we going to talk about next time?
Tomorrow we're going to next time from sun and why you don't eat sun.
Okay. And what else?
Moon, why you can't.
So we're going to talk about the sun and the moon.
And don't know why the moon are made of cheese, green cheese.
That is a good topic. Why is the moon made out of cheese?
No, I mean not moon. I say why does a moon not made of almonds and cheese?
Why don't we find out next time?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the
Thank you,
episode of Natalie When I Thinks.
Natalie knows.
I know.
But Natalie knows. Yep. Okay, thanks. Episode 3.